Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day video post. This will be up to week 12 in the 2022 CFL regular season. We're in the last week of August, as on Thursday, August the 25th, yes, the last Thursday night football game on the CFL calendar for this year. The Calgary Stampeders are still on the road to take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yeah, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers again. CFL definitely has, I'm going to say, really dropped the ball on the schedule and give us too much of one opponent in a short time, because this is it for the season series with the Calgary Stampeders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, unless we happen to meet in the playoffs, which a lot definitely needs to happen, because I still say right now the Calgary Stampeders, they are 6-3. They did win their last game in Toronto on Saturday, but had to come back from behind, and because of that comeback from behind victory, when Bo got benched for Jake Maier. Jake Maier actually is going to start at quarterback for the Calgary Stampeders in Winnipeg. So we'll see if this shakeup will get this team going in the right direction. The gauntlet's definitely set. I'm going to have to say, being realistic, it's going to be really, really tough for the Calgary Stampeders to win this one in Winnipeg, especially they're 9-1. They are coming off of a bye week, and I'm sure they might be a little pissed off because the last game they played was that overtime win when they lost to the Montreal Alouettes. So Calgary 6-3, but they've kind of limped in there with injuries. But Winnipeg has definitely run away with it, being 9-1. However, speaking of injuries, the Calgary Stampeders will get a few key players back on offense, as Kadeem Carey is listed to be back at running back. He missed the last 3 games, and our leading receiver, and Malik Henry. So we're going to get Malik Henry and Kadeem Carey back in the lineup, so that's definitely going to help in these tough environment for the Calgary Stampeders. As I'm going to say, it was huge that we won last week in Toronto, coming back from behind, because we are 6-3. If we would have lost, we would have dropped to 5-4. We'd be going to Labor Day 5-5. So at least worst case scenario, we'll be 6-4 heading into Labor Day, or the Calgary Stampeders are actually 4-1 on the road. So anything could happen. I mean, it's the CFL, but being realistic and how Calgary's looked and how Winnipeg has looked, although they're coming off of a bye, they're going to be more rested and at home. And as someone who's traveled to catch the Stampeders on the road in every West Stadium, Saskatchewan comes number 1, but Winnipeg actually comes second for being most hostile. But I'm going to say, if at least if we can keep this close, but it will be somewhat of a victory. But I am being realistic and thinking this will definitely be a tough one for the Calgary Stampeders, winning in Winnipeg, to at least not get swept by them in the season series. But it's just what it is right now. We'll see how Jake Maier does as starter. At least Bo will still be dressed on the bench, because this will be Jake Maier's 4th start in the CFL, but this will be the first time he's starting in place of Bo when Bo was not injured. But what do you think about the Calgary Stampeders' chances in Winnipeg to wrap up the season series at Labor Day? I'm going to say, don't like the CFL schedule this year, because we're done with Winnipeg after this year. And then we still got 2 more against the Elks after playing them twice in late June and early July. And then BC is somewhat spread out, but we still got a couple more games against the BC Lions up till September. And then we play Saskatchewan eventually, but not until the final 2 weeks of the regular season. And then I'm going to say, given that we still have 9 teams in the CFL, as a season ticket holder, I want to at least see everybody at least once. So I don't get to see the Ottawa Redblacks here in Calgary this year. And then the Montreal Alouettes, the Calgary Stampeders don't go to Montreal. But Calgary's always struggled there, getting the distance in time, but I'm going to say Winnipeg again, in a way, is because we played them, 3 times in like 5-6 weeks, seems like. I guess it's also overkill when you have the Toronto Argonauts and the Hamilton Tiger Cats play each other 4 times in a 5-week period as well, so it's kind of my roundabout schedule, but regardless how the matchup is or how often we play them, this is still going to be a tough one. Big litmus test, measuring stick, all those cliches, but we need to do some recalibrating. I think at this point of the season, the Calgary Stampeders need to find themselves and try to say, are we a good team or are we a contender? Right now, they're a good team, not a contender. That's how I feel right now. So anyway, I'll close out and say if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans' journey, home of the Flames, Hitmen, Roughnecks, Stampeders, as well as the Cavalry FC, just make sure you hit like, subscribe. I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, recap games and stories, and the Calgary Flames definitely provided a lot more stories this off-season with player transactions, so I've already made those videos, but I also do have a variety of non-sports content in my library, like personal vlogs, attempt to call nails, do share experience them on the road or a sporting event. I do have some vlogging to go, but just haven't had much time to make any of those non-sports content videos, but if that still all sounds like be interesting to watch, to follow along with this Calgary sports fans' journey, you know what you do, just to make sure you like, subscribe. I have my other social links down in the description below. For other ways you can follow me, of course, Brett Hornby Shorts, where I exclusively put my short form content on there, I meant to say. So, for example, what happens between the Calgary Stampeders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, I'll do a post-game recap on there, so I appreciate you subscribe both here on my main channel as well as my second channel. And I think this will be it for new content until the weekend, as I still intend to catch up with game recaps, and I do eventually want to get started on my Calgary Stampeders this month, but I still have other game recaps I need to catch up with first. So anyway, it's going to say go Stamps go. Let's prove me wrong, Calgary, that we can beat Winnipeg in Winnipeg to show that maybe we could still potentially be a contender this year. And it'll be interesting to see how Jake Maier does as starter, but at least Bo will be all dressed and could come in when need be as well. But it's not bad to have quarterback depth in the CFL. So I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.